Hey guys, Uniea have been kind enough once again to send a new case, the uPouch. I believe I did get this a few months ago and they've relaunched it. It's a newer version on their website anyway, and they've sent me it for review. Now, I'll put the description for this case if you're interested. It's $20, $19.99 to be exact. Comes in 5 different colours, and what I mean by different colours is you can customise this colour, so if it's white you can get red, yellow, blue and so on. I think there's 5 colours to choose from, which is pretty neat. Personally I like this colour because it's a zebra sort of colour, and yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's first of its kind. Now the material on this is actually external, so it's not printed, so when you put your finger or do that with your finger you can actually feel these black bits and in between these white things. So it's quite a lot of time and money has been spent on making this case, there's no doubt about it. Now this is for the iPhone 3G and the 3GS, but I also got it to work with the iPod Touch, which is here, and the fake iPhone, and of course my 3GS, and they all work with this case. So it's really not rocket science. Here's the phone and you put it in, and it's a pretty tight fit, which is something that I was maybe not too happy about in my previous video on the uPouch, but now that I think about it, what it means is your phone is not going to come out no matter what, which is obviously a win-win situation. But however, if you're getting a call and if you're trying to take your phone out, it is a bit of a pain. But to combat that, what Uniea have done is if you push it from here at the bottom, you can easily take it out that way, or alternatively you can squeeze it from the bottom here and it just pops out, and even then it's still quite a bit of a pull you have to do in order to take the phone out, simply because they've made this form-fitting for the iPhone. Now it's up to yourself whether you think that's a good or a bad thing. I am sort of in the middle. I think it's a good thing that your phone is not going to fall out, but at the same time, if you're trying to answer a call and then you're going to have to battle in order to take the phone out, then it is a bit confusing. So I'm in the middle. It's a good and a bad thing in my opinion. Also, what they've done is, and they've done it in the previous case as well, and I didn't really take note of it, which is this gap here. Well, not a gap, they've got a netting material here, and what that allows you to do is A, to push the phone out or squeeze the phone out, and B, if you've got music on for whatever reason on loud, you can actually hear the audio pretty clearly. So here I've got a royalty-free music, and I'm going to play that and show you what the audio quality is like once it's inside the case. So that's going into the phone now, into the case now. And I don't know if you can actually notice this or not, but it is actually pretty clear. I would say it's almost similar to, if it was out here, it's that clear. Now, I don't know if you actually do listen to your music on loud, but I don't, so it's not something new to me. But if you happen to stay in Glasgow or in Scotland, there's a lot of people on the bus, especially if you're travelling day in and day out. You do notice people who have actually got their music on loud, and the music is absolutely terrible. So to those who stay in Glasgow, this is probably the case for yourself. But I'm the sort of guy who actually uses the headphone, and yeah, it's not a problem. You can still use a headphone once it's inside. So you're probably thinking, well, will the iPod Touch fit in here? This is the 8 gig second generation iPod Touch, and I actually like the form fit of this slightly better. You can feel this part here, it's got a gap in between. Obviously, yes, it's made for the iPhone, so it's going to have a gap because it's solely made for the iPhone. If I turn it around, the iPod Touch isn't going to fall out until I actually do this. And you can see the iPod Touch actually dropped onto the table. But I actually think, I prefer it to be this way, simply because it's really easy to take out. That's it. In and out. Simple. iPhone, push it in and then have to mess about with it from at the bottom. But yeah, as I said, it's give or take. It depends on what type of person you are. And last but not least, here we have a fake iPhone. Still to do a review on this, fair enough. But this actually goes on. It's got the same dimensions almost as a 3G or 3GS, and it slides in very similar to the actual original iPhone, and it slips out very neatly. So yeah, I mean, it fits the iPod Touch, fits the iPhone, wherever it be. And if you've got one of these cases, if you happen to maybe own any Uniea products, let me know what you think about them. I've personally liked their cases. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give this case away to one of you guys, and all you have to do is put in the Uniea, dash your comment, and let's say after a week one of you guys can get this. And yeah, good luck. Do join me on eyeglassmuseum.com. The rules for the giveaway, if you're asking, very simple, and those of you who regularly enter the giveaways, you know the procedure by now. Do rate, comment, and you must be a subscriber. And yeah, after 1 week I'll give out to one of you guys, lucky guys. Fantastic case, and as you've seen from this review, it was pretty nifty. Thanks for watching. Cheers.